It's Magic 107.5, 97.5, the real sound of Atlanta. Virtual Vibe, Big Ray in the building. And not only do we talk to up and coming artists, the cutting edge artists, we like to also maintain the community as we here do at Magic. And right now in front of me, I got my man, good friend, Dr. Mitchell, Dr. Domonique Mitchell. Brother,
What's going on?
How we doing?
I woke up this morning.
I know that's right, yo. I want to take it. Let's take it back and then take it forward. Dr. Mitchell, you are a industry veteran. Okay, you've been in this game for more than 30 plus, 40 plus years. Yeah. Let's get some of your backstory, yo. How do we know you?
The people from New York know me from Queens, New York, East Elmhurst, directly across the street. Shout out to East Elmhurst, Queens, Corona. Kid and Play, Kwame, Salt and Pepper, Eric B. Rakim, worked with them. Play used to live next door. Then a lot of folks really know me from Bodyguarding, God bless her, Lisa Left Eye, from the early 90s to about 90, well, until she passed, actually. But if you're from here, Georgia, you know me from Club 112, Flavors, shout out Terry Bradley, Atrium, and Nikki's, yeah. So,
right.
Stuff like that. But yeah, man, I always say one of the great things about Atlanta is, and you was here because you was here from the beginning. We was here from the very beginning when the music started. So it's a blessing coming down here in the early 90s and getting artists to come down here like Fat Joe's first show, Jay-Z's first show, before the Jewels. A lot of folks from New York, we got down here and their first shows was at Club Flavors.
Right.
Yeah, that was really fun.
So, and I want to start off with Virtual Vibes. What we do is we have premiered independent R&B artists. No other format in this market has given these artists a platform to do that, to put their music on commercial radio. You know, in developing an independent artist, give me like one major key, and if they are listening and watching, they can do right now to start the road to success.
Hard work beats talent when talent's scared of hard work.
Explain that.
These kids don't want to work today. They just want to get on the internet. You know how many shows we travel around, and these kids today, they don't network. They just want to get on stage and leave. But they don't understand the executives are sitting there watching you and watching your character.
Right.
And watching how you shake people's hands. You just sit there, because what you do broke is what you do 50 times worse or better when you get money. And so shout out to Marvin McIntyre, he taught me that. And so hard work is, they always say I can make a roach into a butterfly. That's because I'll take someone that wants to wash windows than someone that's very talented. And in today's world, if you actually look at the music from the early 80s, I tell you what, all of the music artists today who are superstars are actually developed by a superstar.
Okay.
If you look at J. Cole, was developed by who? Jay. If you look at Drake, was developed by who? Cash Money. Think about this.
Yeah, true.
If you look at who else? J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, Dr. Dre. I took those three because they're the biggest. Longevity for the past 10 to 12 years.
Right.
Think about that. And everyone else, not saying they're not, but internet, come and go. You go to jail. Isn't it funny that those three, the people who developed them went to jail, but taught the others how not to go to jail?
Right.
J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick have not. But all of these so-called hood cats they're either dead out of Chicago, come to Atlanta, get shot, because that internet puts so much pressure on you. So does a label with all of those contracts that they have of you and the insurance. They don't care.
Right. So with that being said, so going from this to now, and first of all, I got a phone call from you, I want to say maybe 3 or 4 months ago. Actually, it was a text. It was like, yo, bro, I need you to pull up. I'm doing this thing called Iron Sharpens Iron. And I'm like, okay. So I really didn't know what to expect.
Most people don't.
You know? So as I walk in the room, and it's a group of men sitting in a circle.
High society men.
High society men, yes, sitting in a circle, and some of them didn't know each other, some of them knew each other. I knew a couple of people, and as we sat down, it was pretty much a forum for men to let it out. And there's a study that just came out that I saw
Mhm.
that the suicide rate
Yes.
on young black men
Yes.
has increased
Yes.
tremendously.
35%.
35%. What was the purpose of Iron Sharpens Iron initially for you?
Well, the best thing about Iron Sharpens Iron, we sign non-disclosures. So every man there gets to speak their piece. But the difference is Iron Sharpens Iron is not just an event. It's not just men sitting around talking. It's not another motivation conference. This is sharpens. The Bible says, iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens another man, friend. So I was sitting down with a really big music artist from back in the day. And we was just at the airport, and we just chilling, waiting for the plane. And I said to him, who do you talk to? And he said, what are you talking about? I said, who do you talk to? You was this big artist making $100,000 to $1 million a show. And in 10 years, time passes by, okay? But you're not making that money anymore. But you still have that profile. But your wife, your children, your peers still look at you like that person. But the financing ain't hitting like that. He started crying. And I looked at him and said, you all right? He said, I never thought about that. He said, I'm stressed, bro. He said, my wife still wants those bags. She still wants those cars. I'm not putting that money in no more. If it wasn't for certain investments that I did, but I'm on a budget now. He just started shaking his head and he was really crying. I said, who does he talk to? So I called about 6 or 7, maybe 8 guys I know in the industry, and all of them broke down. So I was like, I got to do something. And you know me, I'm not the type of guy who's just going to sit around and ask.
Right.
So I called friends in the industry like you, Tony Terry, and a whole bunch of other folks. And y'all came through, man. And it was, I'm not going to get emotional, but it was touching when you can call some brothers and say, hey, man, I need you. And they don't know what's going on, but they believe in you so much. They believe in your soul. They believe in your spirit. They believe in what you have done, that they would come. And the biggest part about this, brother, is God would actually trust me to bring some of these brothers back to them, back to him. That's the biggest thing. Because as you know, a lot of these brothers want to commit suicide,
Right.
don't want to talk,
Depression.
and they're blaming God. And we have to show them that it's not God. It's a decision that we make. We were born looking like our parents, but we're going to die look like the decisions we make.
Right. So, and then there's been other Iron Sharpens Irons. You've actually extended to outside of the states
Yes.
and outside of the country. Am I correct?
Yes. We are going to Africa.
Nice.
Next month.
Okay.
We've been invited to Africa because of so many, they want this. They want American men, black men to come in and help, to just show the vulnerability.
Now, the last one you invited me to, it's Iron Sharpens Iron, but it is the women's edition.
Volume 2 is tomorrow.
Volume 2 is tomorrow.
Yep.
Explain Volume 1. Explain the whole women's edition to begin with, because I like the way you spun it, but I don't think a lot of women are understanding right now.
No, they don't. A woman can change a man's day, but understanding can change a man's life. A lot of men, black men, are just not black men, a lot of men are not understood because we was told to shut up. We was told to be quiet. Don't say nothing.
Suck it up.
Suck it up. But think about this. Women were raised differently. They was raised in the kitchen. They was raised to use what you got to get what you want. They would play with dolls while we're in the streets. Men and women, we are totally different. Totally. 100%. The way we were raised and everything. The only thing we have in common is sex. Because we've been hurt so bad that we don't even know how to communicate. Some men we don't even look at each other. Some people don't even, it hurts so bad that we need to be together. So Iron Sharpens Iron, the woman edition, is we've helped so many men, so many married men, that when they go home, their women actually DM me or call me and say, what you do to my husband?
Really?
He's actually listening to me. He's actually calm. But he's told me I have to change. What have you done to him? So I said, you know what? You're right. You can't have one person who is being developed and moving on and the other person the same.
Right. You gotta strengthen both rods in order to hold the house up.
You cannot ask for a healing relationship while one person still stays the same. So I said, let's bring those wives and let the husbands speak to them. And let's bring their friends and let the husbands and the boyfriends speak to them so they can see them in an environment where they're open and they're so emotional with other men. And that volume 1, you came, you sat and talked to them. You saw the tears.
Yeah.
You saw the women who were changed. You saw it in their eyes. You know, a lot of these men can't talk because a lot of women disrupt them, disrupt their peace, disrupt the. You saw those women wasn't saying anything. They learned so much that was just 3 weeks ago.
Right.
Those same women have hit me and said, you got to do it again. I got to bring my friend. I got to bring my friend. I've learned so much I did not know.
You know, the funny thing is, myself and Ryan Cameron, we come from that the whole divorce stage, and we've learned something. And Ryan put this on me. You know how the normal phrase is "happy spouse, happy house,"
Right.
and I lived on that. My ex-wife had the hanger on the door,
Right.
happy wife, happy life, and then realizing it's not like that. It has to be happy spouse,
Right.
happy house.
Right.
And one of the spouses wasn't happy.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which led to divorce.
Each and every time.
You know?
But isn't it funny? If you knew what you knew now,
Man.
you would have fixed it.
Man.
Because you're a leader. We think we can lead, but we wasn't taught. You gotta understand, our fathers, our mothers were taught in Jim Crow. Survival. They were taught from grandma. Slavery.
Right.
We're getting don't cry. Okay, don't cry. Well, that's slavery because in slavery, you should not cry. Remember, glory. Remember, Kunta Kinte. Swear, don't you cry. Cry, what's your name? Don't cry. So our great-grandfathers taught that, and taught us not to cry. But our women, they need our sensitivity. And we won't. But they're okay. So now these women have learned, I'm not going to cry. Because now they was raised as tomboys now, or I can't show my sensitivity. So by the time they get to you, in their 40s and 50s, they're hard.
Right.
Now you're hard. And where is that? So we teach about heartbreak, pressure, leadership, emotional exhaustion, fear, healing, accountability, relationships, emotional silence. We go on and on and on. And as you see, man, he was there with these healed men giving their hearts out. Some of these women never seen a man cry unless some of these men said, I can't even cry at my mother's funeral because their wives hit them.
Right.
Think about that. So where's this going to go? Yelling, screaming, and other places men just don't want.
Right.
But as you said, if you knew what you knew now, bam.
I'd be a lot further in life.
Yes.
So please, I want you to give information. Let's give the website and everything so people can log on to keep up to the series of Iron Sharpens Iron.
Iron Sharpeth Iron, not Sharpens, Iron Sharpeth Iron.
Yeah.
Is just go to Facebook or Instagram. And it's really a private session. But if you register, you know, you'll be called because you have to register and say what's wrong and all that stuff. Because we want to make sure that we take care and protect the environment. So we just don't invite anybody. It's the best thing that I learned is relationships.
Right.
You tell somebody, somebody tells somebody, but now you're responsible for that somebody.
And what I want everybody to do is log on, follow the page. You know, virtual vibe ATL, of course, but Iron Sharpen Iron on that IG. You know, and just get active. Even if you don't show up now, you will show up eventually.
You will.
One last question before we get out of here.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, or at the day of accountability, and you're standing in front of the gates, and they're checking the book, you know, with your name in it. What do you want in that book to say about you to get you in those pearly gates?
That I was better than any man in my family. I left a legacy for my son, my grandchildren, and I never drank, I never smoked, I never took a drug, but God tested me by putting me in an industry where it's free. So that means I'm a man of character. Because you know this industry will kill you or
I gotta
destroy
drink
you.
water on that one. You heard it right here, all right, Doctor. Doctor. Oh, and you're a real doctor too,
Yeah. I went and got my degree.
right?
We're not going to go all into all
Right,
that. Yeah.
but you're a real doctor.
Yeah.
Anyway, listen, it's Virtual Vibe, Big Ray in the building. It's Magic 107.5, 97.5, the real sound of Atlanta.